Well, these two teams had plenty to say to each other at the weigh-in yesterday. Walsh arriving a little bit late, having had to work hard to get the weight off, straight up onto the scales, out with the towel stripped off, knowing that he would need to hit it 9 stone dead. Jorge Rubio caused a little bit of a fuss, saying that he saw the reading flicker just slightly above that, just playing a few games, and words were exchanged, and they had a good look at each other there before Walsh makes his ring walk. He's been boxing at a very good level for a very long time, winning the British title in 2015. He is still British champion, and with good reason, one of the favourites going into the whole tournament.
Yeah, he's a good fighter, Ryan Walsh, good boxer, stands his ground well as well, nice and tight when they're doing on the inside, can work on the inside, but very good, clever boxer on the outside, British champion, you know, one of the favourites. A lot of people think he's going to win. Soccaras, tricky customer, this is a really good fight.
And now making his way to the ring, Hairon Soccaras!
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers.
He looks very, very relaxed, as he has all week long, draped in the Cuban flag. And there's the family at ringside, his wife Tice, and that is little Aria. And Hairon as well, his baby son, is with him, and they've been by his side all week. Jorge Rubio training him, Angel Fernandez in the corner as well. You'll recognise Angel, trains Isaac Chamberlain, Sultan Zalbek, Nurtaz Ashpanov, a trainer on the rise, and they've enjoyed the trip, all of them, and they have no nerves about watching Hairon Soccaras in action this evening. There's not a lot to go on really when you look at his record and when you watch footage of him, but the confidence just impresses.
Yeah, very confident. He's an undefeated fighter. He's trained by Jorge Rubio. He's a very experienced coach. A lot of swagger here, a lot of confidence, plenty of needle yesterday in the weigh-in, so I'm really looking forward to this fight.
Age difference between the two. Soccaras, who, as I mentioned earlier on, moved to USA Miami from Cuba at the age of 11, turned pro young at 18. It was always his ambition to be a professional fighter. This was always the path that he wanted to tread.
And now it is time for quarterfinal number 3. 10 rounds of featherweight action. Your 3 judges scoring ringside are Michael Alexander from Doncaster, Howard Foster from Doncaster, and Steve Gray from Fleetwood. Your referee of the bell, Mr. Bob Williams of Watford, and your timekeeper, John Smith from Harrowell. And now, introducing first out of the red corner, he officially weighed in at 9 stone even and brings a professional record to the ring of 24 wins, 11 knockouts, 2 losses and 2 draws. Tonight wearing the black trunks, representing the Farmy Army from Cromer, Norfolk. Make some noise for Ryan. And introducing his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, he officially weighed in at 8 stone, 13 pounds and 3 ounces. He brings a professional record to the ring of 22 wins, 14 by way of knockout and 3 draws. Tonight wearing the blue and gold trunks from Cuba by way of Miami, Florida, USA. Please welcome Hairon El Maya Soccaras. Referee will now give his final instructions to the boxers.
Okay, lads, obey my commands. In the event of a knockdown, the fighter standing will go to the furthest neutral corner and stay there. Protect yourself at all times, touch gloves.
So these two just getting ready, final preparations, and the thing I'm noticing about the fighter in shot here, Ryan Walsh, away to our right-hand side, Matt, is that he's wearing trainers. You can wear trainers, there's nothing to stop you wearing trainers, but they look like trainers to me, rather than low-cut boxing boots. Don't see that often. I saw David Allen wear a pair of trainers in a fight fairly recently. Soccaras has gone with the more orthodox high boots.
Yeah, that is strange, Andy. I had to look then just to check you weren't seeing things, but no, they are definitely running trainers. I don't know if that's through choice or has he had a problem with his boxing boots? Not sure.
Well, he's got those black shorts, calls himself Iron Ryan. Certain Iron Mike Tyson used to go for the all black, solid black look with the low cut boots. He's very experienced though. Ryan Walsh, very experienced indeed. So whatever the reason for the decision, it will have been well considered. Walsh just pinning the left arm there of Soccaras. Bob Williams unable to see that.
Body shot there from Soccaras, kind of borderline, but it was a right uppercut into the body. He's shooting for the straight right hand to the body now. Again, I think one more straight a little south of the border then.
Walsh just switching. Soccaras with a good jab, then a right to the body.
Yeah, he's looking for the body shots here, Soccaras. Switching himself now. Again, focusing on the body, looking for the straight left cross to the body.
Southpaw jab there from Walsh. Just caught Soccaras, not with any great weight on the way in. Interesting start. Heading into the final minute of round one. With all the switching, it's been a little bit messy at times, but Soccaras has made a decent start here.
Yeah, really focusing on the body. We know that Walsh was tight at the weigh-in. He was certainly looking to touch him downstairs every opportunity he gets. Walsh also experienced up close here, using his forearm, sticking it in the face of Soccaras again. Soccaras comes back, focusing on the body.
Right into the pit of the stomach. Then a left round the side from Soccaras, and Walsh looking to throw that lead right hook out of the southpaw stance, didn't land it. Short right hand from Walsh, and then looks to try and turn this man. Right hand on the inside there from Soccaras, I think just landed. And there was an exchange between the two just as they parted at the end of that first round. Some of these body shots, he's looked for the body shots, hasn't he, Matt, to invest in those, and down the stretch, as you pointed out, if Walsh is tight at the weight, and we can only assume he was, but sometimes there can be miscalculations. You can have problems with your own scales. He actually looked okay, I thought, on the scales, despite the fact that he obviously had to work hard to make it.
Yeah, he looked okay. His eyes weren't really sunk into the back of his head or anything, as sometimes you do see when fighters are really struggling with the weight. But, you know, he was tight, and Soccaras having a good first round there, really focusing on the body, driving another good straight right hand in there. Was looking to chop that right hand over the top. I thought it was a good first round from Soccaras. I thought he showed good variety, good shots. Again, another straight right hand. I like his poise, I like his composure, I like his balance.
His biggest win really came in August 2018 when he beat Jose Nieves. He was 22-4-3 at the time, a former WBC bantamweight title challenger. He's at 7 with the WBA Soccaras, so he's got a good ranking. How much value you attach to rankings with individual governing bodies is up to you. Nice combination on the inside there from Walsh.
Yeah, that was good from Walsh. Nice uppercut, double left hook. Again, Soccaras focusing on the body.
But that was a good bit of work from Walsh. And then looking to jab to the body. Boxing more out of the orthodox stance in this second round. Long right hand there from Soccaras, but Walsh had taken the weight back. Just trying to draw something there, Walsh, feinting with that front foot. That was a decent jab from Walsh, and he just moved in behind it. Now he does switch.
Intriguing battle here, Andy. This is one of those fights when we talk about, might look like there's not a lot happening, but there's loads happening. You can see both men trying to figure the other one out, trying to set traps, feinting, trying to edge a little bit closer, trying to draw a lead out of the other guy. This is high-tech stuff here.
Well, a left hand there, a backhand from Soccaras just fell short. He was made to fall short, and then he got clipped as he kind of fell in behind it. And as you say, this is fairly absorbing at the moment. They're switching stances pretty regularly, but they both landed a decent amount in this second round. They've landed a fairly equal amount, I would say, too.
Yeah, very close round. That's good work there from Walsh, doubling up on the left hook.
Well, that's the Walsh corner. It's Liam in there doing most of the talking. Graham Everett with just a little word in his ear. Michael leaning in over the ropes as well. Where you find one, you will find the others. Live right next door to each other. They bought some land and built houses on it, the Walsh estate, if you like. So they're right on top of each other pretty much all of the time, and that's how they like it. Walsh with the right hand there, just dipping those knees, slipping underneath the right hand from Soccaras and then throwing his own. Decent jab from Walsh, and then Soccaras again just ringing in with a lead right hook. Goes back to the orthodox stance, pecking with the jab, right to the body, and a right up top.
That was a good right hand, solid right hand. He set it up, he put two body shots in. I think Walsh thought the right hand to the body was coming in, and he switched it upstairs and chopped it up over the top. Nice right hand from Walsh. This is close, Andy. This is close fight. Both men very equally matched.
Just falling short with the jab there, Soccaras. Stepping in right to the body again, looked for it the second time, but Walsh had taken himself out of range.
Good shot from Walsh.
That was a good left hand, and it rocked it back onto his heels there. I think he felt that a little bit, Soccaras. Walsh looking for the right hand there again, and I think he feels that he might have just got to him a touch there, because he's looking to shrug him off and get to work.
Yeah, that was a good right hook from Walsh. This is a good phase for him now, landing some good solid shots here. He's using his experience when they're up close. He's holding, then he's nudging him off, getting a little bit of room, getting a short little shot in. Again there, nice short left hook on the inside.
Good right hand there from Walsh, and he lands this time again, and he's having a decent round. Heading into the final minute of round 3. He's had some good success here. Bob Williams is telling the two of them to get on with it, looking for that right hand again, followed by the left, and that's move Soccaras.
Yeah, good head movement as well. This is good stuff from Walsh.
Well, his supporters getting behind him. Soccaras again just looking to try and find that right to the body. That's been a good punch for him so far, but there's that left hand.
A good shot from Walsh. Nice left hand. Now he's back southpaw.
And he caught him on the inside with a right there too, and he does carry those gloves quite low, Soccaras, and the reflexes aren't able to see him avoid the shots that are coming in from Walsh. Not in this round anyway.
No, it's been a good round from Walsh. He's mixed it up. He's fought well on the inside. He's clinched when he's had to. He's shoved him back with his forearms when he's needed to. He switched southpaw. He's gone all done. Really good round. Good round from Walsh.
that's the Farmy Army up on the balcony. They follow the Walsh brothers around, giving them great support throughout their careers, and they had a lot to cheer about in that third round because that was a decent round for Ryan Walsh. Got through on a number of occasions. I thought at one stage did a little bit of damage into round 4 now. Hairon Soccaras, who picked Ryan Walsh. He's in the blue, Ryan Walsh in the solid black. Jorge Rubio was animated in between rounds with Soccaras. That's nothing new for him. He gives it some vim and vigour in the corner generally.
Yeah, it was a really good round from Walsh. He came back with a great response. He built on the second round. He landed some good stuff. That straight left down the middle, particularly, he was very cute on the inside. At times he was clinching, other times he used his forearm, shove Soccaras back a couple of inches, create a bit of room, and then shoot the uppercut through the middle.
Walsh just happy to stand on the borderline of range there. Both of them are just posturing, waiting for somebody else to make the first move, trying to draw that lead if they can.
Yep, a battle of chess here. This is high concentration stuff. Nice right hand from Soccaras.
Those 2 defeats for Walsh coming against Lee Selby, who of course went on to become world champion, and then away against Dennis Shalan in Denmark for the European title. I was at that fight and it was very, very tight. I had him winning by a point due to a first round knockdown, but he didn't get it. Good right hand there from Soccaras, followed by a left hand to the body.
Yeah, this is a good response from him. A lot of feinting going on here, a lot of edging forward, a lot of head movement, both guys trying to trick the other one.
Walsh throwing that right hand, he landed a decent left to the body, and then a right hand lead almost there from Soccaras.
Good stuff from both men here, a lot of feinting going on, a lot of edging, head movement, trying to lure the other guy into making a mistake that they can then make him pay for.
Right to the body again from the Cuban. Not been a great deal in this round either. In these kinds of rounds, sometimes it's body language almost can win it for you. Walsh, for the most part in this round, has held the centre of the ring and just kind of looked like he's the one who is not dictating terms exactly, but he's the one who is leading off. Looked to put something into that right hand there, Soccaras. Walsh just before that had thrown a right hand of his own. What did you make of that round then?
It was a close round, but I thought Soccaras outlanded him. A couple of nice double right hands there. He landed some good body shots as well. Walsh had his moments, but I thought Soccaras outscored him in that round.
Seconds out, round 5.
Close round though. It was a tight round. I might have just gone the other way myself, but into the round 5. Let's have a look at match scorecards. Through 4. 38-38. It's been that kind of a fight so far. Be interested to see how it develops down the stretch. Good left hand to the body there from Soccaras. So far, Walsh is showing no signs of ill effect from those. It's early though.
Yeah, he's landed a lot of body shots, Soccaras, but Walsh takes them well. Again, lots of feinting going on. Good right hook for Walsh.
There's that lead right hook from Walsh, and it caught him on the side of the head, and he's looking to try and duck and weave and stay out of trouble here, Soccaras. I'm not sure how hurt he was by that left hand, which Walsh felt was low. He gave a right hand back, which might have been a little bit low as well. But Williams just letting these two get on with it. Walsh was infuriated by it. I think there's another right on the inside, which might have been a little bit low from Walsh too. And you see this, if a fighter gets hit with one that he doesn't like and he doesn't feel the referee's doing anything, then he'll give one back. Oh, good left hand, strong left hand, and he's going to score the knockdown there, Bob Williams, because the ropes kept him up. And there's no doubt that they did. He went staggering back into the ropes, and that was a strong, really crisp looking left hand, and it's rocked him. And he needs to jump on him here, I think, Ryan Walsh. He's got a minute and a half remaining in the round, because I think he's hurt here, Soccaras.
That was a beautiful shot, Andy. Not only did it hurt Soccaras, but the way he timed it, slipped outside and timed it, came up and landed. The accuracy, beautiful shot from Walsh. This is good stuff, getting off to the side, changing the angle.
Reaching for the left to the body. Soccaras wandered in behind his own attempted right to the body there. He's trying to get things back together and work on the inside, and those are decent looking shots.
Yeah, good right hook there from Soccaras, looping the left uppercut to the body as well. I think he shook that punch off now, but this is great stuff here in the 5th round. This has really caught fire. This is a brilliant fight.
And Walsh is looking to slip away to his right and land that right hand to the side of the head. He's complaining to Bob Williams about low blows. He feels that 2 or 3 have gone in low. The referee now has had a word with Soccaras, and he's telling Walsh really to keep his thoughts to himself, that he's the referee, he's the one in charge, not him.
I think a few have strayed low, Andy, from both men, but it's that kind of fight. I don't think there's anything particularly dirty or malicious. It's just it's a fight that's being fought at a hot pace. They're up close. Elbows are going in, the heads are coming together, a few are going low. It's that type of fight.
Well, I did wonder whether we were going to see our first knockout bonus earlier in the round. $5 grand on the line if you manage to stop your opponent in the golden contract, but Soccaras is going to get through this round, and he's recovered pretty well, actually.
Yeah, he shook that off now. I mean, it was a brilliant shot from Walsh, timed perfectly, really accurate, brilliant punch. The way he slipped outside of the shot from Soccaras and just looped at the left hook over, bang on the chin, and rightfully so called a knockdown. If it hadn't been for the ropes, it'd have been over.
Well, let's go back to earlier in the round. This isn't the knockdown. There's that right, and he's landed that a few times.
Great shot, looped it over, caught him high. I don't know, around the temple, around the ear, but his equilibrium definitely left him there for a few moments. See, there's that shot, Andy. Not only was it a knockdown, rightly called, because the ropes hadn't been there, it would have been a knockdown, but the way he slipped outside the jabs and then looped around, beautifully timed punch from Ryan Walsh. You know, Ryan Walsh is a very good fighter. You know, great ability, good timing, good distance, good shot selection, good repertoire variety. And you know what? He's cute on the inside, and he's showing his experience now. He's shoving Soccaras off, creating half a yard, shoving the uppercuts in. At times, it's rough and ready if you were going slow, but you know, this is, as Ricky Han used to say, it's not a tickling contest.
No, it's absolutely not. It's not tea and cupcakes, as Regis Procure told us a few weeks back. But he dug in there and got through that, Soccaras, and had a decent enough finish to the round, because he looked like he was in trouble. He just pushed out a little bit of a slow jab, brought it back a little bit slow, and Walsh timed it with that southpaw backhand, and most of the time now he is boxing out of that left-handed stance. As I say that, he goes back to orthodox.
I think he just switches very fluidly. He can go either way, and it's a great skill to have. One fight usually favours one more than the other, but he seems to flow from left to right very nicely. He looks comfortable as southpaw and also as an orthodox, and equally so does Ryan Walsh. He can box orthodox or southpaw and up close or at range. Both men very well matched here.
Trying to use the jab there, Walsh, but Soccaras just dipping low at the waist. There was a right hand from Walsh there that looked a bit low. I think there are going to be a few more of them before the end of the contest. Left to the body from Walsh. Soccaras trying to open out with his own left hand again, left almost to the hip there of Walsh, and banging away at the hip on the blind side of the referees. Never a terrible idea. It can take the legs away later on in the fight. Good combination on the inside there for Walsh. Soccaras just dipped onto a couple there possibly, but he looks happy enough still in the pocket.
Good action here. Good uppercut from Soccaras, looping it under.
He's had a good 20-30 seconds up close. The Cuban.
Yeah, it's been a good response for him. It was a big round from Walsh in the last, and he's come out here, Soccaras. He's landed some good body shots.
Just dipping in with that front foot. Neither one of them willing just to lead off. A left hand got through there from Walsh. Short left on the inside as they swap jabs. Well, Bob Williams is having a word with Soccaras again here, and he's got to be careful, because if he has to speak to him about it again, then I think he will probably take a point.
Yeah, I like that he didn't take points, because like I say, it's one of those roughhouse kind of fights where some do stray low, and a few have gone low on Soccaras as well, so it's good refereeing there, just to, you know, give him the warning. I'm not going to take any more, but good enough to take points off, especially in a close fight like this where, you know, a point they take off could be a big difference.
Well, both just setting their feet and looking to get to work on the inside there. Walsh digging in with a left hand, then just takes half a step back to try and find a little bit of room. Working the body there, Walsh, as the bell goes, and again there's a bit of exchange at the end of the round, and there's ill feeling between these two. It started yesterday and it's continued. Jorge Rubio quickly into the ring. Plenty of instructions there for Soccaras. That wasn't the easiest round in the world to score either.
That was a difficult round to score. I mean, I edged it to Soccaras, but if you said Walsh, yeah, I mean, it was a close round. I thought it was quite busy. Soccaras, I thought Walsh finished it well, but at the start of the round in particular, Soccaras landed some good shots. A lot of really good body work. The referee was warning him for it, but he did land a lot of good body shots.
Seconds out, round 7.
There's your scorecard, and you've got Walsh by a point, Matt. It's that tight. Walsh landing a couple of decent shots at the start of the round, looking flat, big bombing overhand right, but Soccaras comes back with a good combination of his own.
It's just ebbed and flowed, Andy. 1 minute Walsh has a really good patch, and then Soccaras got hurt, but then comes firing back, particularly working really well to the body, and I'm waiting for that to have an effect on Walsh, because right now he's still going strong, but you know, he's invested a lot of work on the body, Soccaras. So you'd imagine at this stage of the fight now, they'll be starting to take their toll.
Well, he's been the distance. He's covered the distance over the championship. 12 rounds, never mind 10 on a number of occasions, Ryan Walsh. So this is very much charted territory. Not so much for Soccaras, although he has done it too.
You can see the experience of Walsh there, you know, feinting, just a bit of head movement, switching, just giving Soccaras a different look, not allowing himself to become readable or predictable. Soccaras bouncing on his toes here, dropping the left hand, trying to find a bit of rhythm, trying to get loose and fluid.
Walsh looking for a right hand there. It didn't reach, but he just kept moving in behind it. Good right hand there from Soccaras, did land. Walsh was trying to use the reflexes there, kept those gloves down. Yeah, just keep himself out of trouble quite, could he?
No, got a bit heavy-footed there and wasn't able to get out of range when Soccaras came in quickly with the short right hand. That's better from Walsh, more nimble on his feet.
Just flicking the jab there, Soccaras, not really willing to totally commit to it. Look for the right hand, fell in behind it a little bit. Good right hand there, though, from the Cuban.
Another close round, Andy.
Third jab there, did land, not with any real effect, but it got to the target.
a slower round this. I wonder both men saving themselves for a big finish.
Well, possibly both of them just nicking a little bit of a rest there, and those kinds of rounds can be absolutely pivotal. If you can manage to win a round whilst taking a round off, if you like, which is possibly what they were both looking to do there, then that's an extremely useful skill to have. You sat on the fence with that one.
I did on that one. I couldn't separate them. It was a very close round. It was a battle of jab. I thought it was a slower round. I thought both men took their foot off the gas a little bit. It was more trying to out-peak, out-feint, look for single shots, suck it up, get a breather, try and get a second win. And then, you know, these last few rounds now, I expect both men to kind of step it up again now. Close fight.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 8.
So 3 to go. Ryan Walsh in the black. Hairon Soccaras from Miami by way of Cuba in the blue. And there's not been a lot to pick between them at times. Walsh with that knockdown in round 5 when he sent Soccaras reeling back into the ropes. That could prove to be very important. Swinging with the right hand there, Soccaras didn't land it, left him in a good position to throw the left, and found a route through to the body there again. They're just swapping shots there, which are both bang on the belt. I'll say they're on the borderline, but they've both been flirting with danger throughout the course of this fight in that regard.
And that's why I'm glad the referee hasn't taken any points off, because a few have gone a little south of the border, but it's that type of fight, and you know, some heads are coming together. Maybe the forearms are being used. It's, you know, this is boxing. It can get rough in there.
Walsh just putting the shoulder in and just looking to push Soccaras off, and then using the shoulder just to get in and turn him. And the pace has just dropped a little bit, I think. Walsh trying to busy up those hands on the inside.
You know, it's been a good fight. Been fought at a good pace. It's been very intense. You know, when there's a lot of good, that's good work from Walsh.
Good
on the
combination
inside.
there from Walsh, and the knees just dipped there as Soccaras as that uppercut, that right uppercut landed. The final punch of that 3-punch combination. And he comes back with the right hand there.
Yeah, this is good work from Walsh. That was a really good, hard, crisp 3-punch combination. Short, up close, then a good head movement when he finishes punching again. Getting off some nice shots here.
Soccaras just found a jab there, a nice crisp jab when he needed it too, because Walsh was just looking to try and work him over a bit there, and that just rocked him back slightly, just took his balance away.
It's been a good round from Walsh.
Wading in with the left hand to the body there, Walsh. That's good body work too, isn't it? Finishes with the right upstairs.
Yeah, this is good work from Walsh. 2 good body shots going in, then finish up with a right hook to the head. Oh, good body shot. Really sneaked that right through the middle. Soccaras has taken a lot of good body shots, well able to absorb them, because Walsh has landed several.
He did some good work in that round, Ryan Walsh. Good combination there, and then just changed the angle slightly, and Soccaras provided some answers when he needed to, but that was a good round.
Yeah, but that was a really good round from Walsh. I thought he landed some beautiful short uppercuts on the inside, a couple of really good body shots as well.
And just a little bit of damage to the left eye there of the Cuban fighter. It's been a hard fight, this. They both had to really dig in. And Jazza Dickens has just sidled into the seat away to our right-hand side. That was a good, entertaining 10 rounds you had with Carlos Ramos, and really it was at the end of the first round that you seemed to make adjustments as early as that in the fight and go about it in the way that ultimately saw you win it.
Yeah, when it comes out like a bullet, and I knew that I started to weather the storm early on, and then find out the rhythm, find out he was taking the pins down, but I got a good job done, got myself into the semi-final.
Well, it's been a good fight this one, Jazza, between these two.
Definitely, you can see the talent with the amateur style. I think this guy, I'm actually sure he went to the Olympics. I'm not too certain of that, but he might have. But he's definitely feeling that British tough British man pressure from Walsh.
It's been a good battle. Soccaras has certainly had his moments, and he's dug in and landed some good body shots. A lot of body shots actually. But in the last round, then Walsh fired some great body work of his own.
That was a good long right hand there from Soccaras, and try to finish on the left to the body again.
I think Walsh has got tactics right here, because the Cubans tend to outbox on the back foot, but he's not coming forward, he's not doing the work, and he's not giving Soccaras the chance to counter punch him. He seems to be going second and getting good shots off.
Just trying to use that front foot again there, Walsh, to see if he can draw the lead from Soccaras. Quite quiet round 9 so far as we head up to the halfway stage. Good lead right hand there from Walsh.
Lovely shot.
Strong backhand as well, and he lands it again just in between that. Soccaras was looking for the right to the body.
This has been a very absorbing fight, Andy, that both men have been totally switched on. Concentration factor has been high right from the start. So at this stage of a fight, you're feeling the pace. It's more important to maybe conserve energy in the first minute and a half of the round, and then finish strong towards the end of the round and try and steal the judge's eye.
And I think it takes a lot of experience to do that later on in the fight, because your mind can be elsewhere, can't it?
Absolutely.
That slight bit of damage to the left eye there, the corner of the left eye of Soccaras, was caused by a head clash, we believe. It's not going to be serious enough to have any real bearing on proceedings. Anyway, big overhand right there from Walsh, landed that one, but Soccaras took it well and then fired back.
Nice work from Walsh. He didn't get too eager there, and he took a step back after landing the big shot.
Yeah, nice shot left hook, good double jab from the southpaw stand. Oh, big
right hand again, just knocks him into the ropes, and Walsh tries to follow up on Bob Williams, who I think was going to call the knockdown there, just lets him close in, and maybe a stoppage is on the way here, because nothing is coming back, and Bob Williams jumps in and stops the fight, and Ryan Walsh wins, and is now £5,000 richer, thanks to the knockout bonus we have on offer here in the golden contract. And the finish when it came was swift. He got him going, knocked him back into the ropes. It looked like the referee was going to jump in and call the knockdown, because the ropes did keep him up, but he did the right thing. He could see that the finish was on the cards there, and you have to allow the fighter the opportunity to apply that finish. And that's exactly what he did there. Bob Williams and Walsh steamed in and closed the show.
That was a brilliant fight, and that was a brilliant performance from Ryan Walsh. Showed all his experience and needed all his experience and all his skills and technique and boxing know-how, when to step on, when to step up, switching tactics, fighting up close on the inside, using his forearm, sticking it in the face of Soccaras, creating a bit of room, firing in the body shots. You know, he had to make several adjustments in that fight, had to come out with different looks each time. Soccaras, very talented kid, really good fighter. I can see now why he's undefeated. Really liked him. I thought he played a great part in that fight. Certainly had many moments in the fight, but ultimately Ryan Walsh, his experience, his skill, his technique, his ring generalship, his ability to make adjustments and to adapt mid-fight, won in that fight. That was an absolutely brilliant performance from Ryan Walsh.
Super calm, and he didn't go crazy when he landed the shot earlier on. Took a step back and took a chance.
He's just trying to stay out of the way there, Soccaras, but absolutely nothing is coming back, and Walsh just put his foot to the pedal. And what did you make of the weigh-in yesterday, Jazza? Because he obviously was tied to the weight. He was working right up until the last minute. We'll get your thoughts on that in just a second. Let's get the announcement first of all from MC Terry Cabinet.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Bob Williams called a stop to the contest at the official time of 2 minutes and 39 seconds of round number 9, declaring your winner, Hairon Walsh.
Another good win for Ryan Walsh. This is my house, he said as he came over to the ropes. But just to revisit that, Jazza, what I was about to ask you was, we all assumed that he was really tight at the weight. You don't come in late and strip down immediately if you're not, but if he was, there was no sign of it in there.
Yeah, well, I think that's the testimony of his fitness and of how fit he actually is, because making the weight the way he did obviously has took a toll on him, and it just shows how fit he actually really is. And he's shouting here, "This is my home." You would actually think he's from London with the crowds he's brought. He always brings an exciting crowd, and he's done himself proud tonight, especially the way he got called out on Tuesday.
Well, he's made his way down ringside, the whole team have, and they're ready to talk to Andy Scott.
Ryan, hopefully you can hear me over all this. Great fight, great win, great finish. He made you work so hard for it. You're $5 richer as well with the first stoppage bonus. Put it into words for us.
I wanted to go to Disneyland for my children, and now I can go. I'm going Euro Disney. I ain't got the money yet. I have to wait until I win this competition. I'm taking them to Euro Disney. They're lucky enough to have been twice, but this one will be a bit special because it's on the golden contract money. But can I just say, first and foremost, Family Army, second MTK, without them none of this is possible. But more importantly, and everyone will understand this isn't a team, this is family. And these two, I've been nothing without them. I can't explain it enough. I don't want to get emotional, no one's catching me crying. I'll cry about that maybe. But these two, I owe them everything. I can't. This is not a one-man thing. This is blood. Manuel and Graham. Yeah, don't want to run on.
Brilliant words. You're through to the semi-final. Well done.